I literally want to cry. So if you didn't know, I have a sister and her name's Ashley. And we both have boyfriends. And every night we both fall asleep on the phone with our boyfriends. So one day we're all hanging out and we're like just talking. And my sister's boyfriend looks at me and he's like, you need to stop going into your sister's room in the middle of the night. And I look at him and I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't have a reason to go into her room. Like I don't go into her room, especially in the middle of the night. Then my boyfriend hops in the conversation and he's like, no. He's like, no, I hear Ashley go into Kayla's room every night and stare at her. So me and my sister both look at each other and we're like, we don't go into each other's rooms, do we? And we agreed that we do not. And they said this has been going on for months. So for months, somebody or something has been going into me and my sister's room for about 15 minutes every night and watching us sleep. But it only gets worse.
Time around the end of my senior year of high school, me and my friends decided we were going to go get our nails done. We went to a nail salon that we had been to several times before, and after they had finished our nails, they sent us over to the drying station at the back of the nail salon. When we sat down, I noticed that there was a box sitting on top of the drying station and little papers next to it. I asked the nail tech what it was for, and he said it was a raffle to win a free at-home facial for me and 5 friends, plus a chance to win an entire kit of makeup. After picking up and reading one of the forms, I realized that it was for a makeup company that I had bought and used things from before. So my friend and I decided to enter. About a week later, I ended up getting a text message from the lady who started the raffle saying that I had won. She said she wouldn't be able to do the facials unless I had a group of 5 or more people that were willing to participate, and that she would be coming to my house and we would do it in my home. I knew lots of people in my town that worked for and with this company, so I went ahead and set up the appointment. Go to part 2. After the lady had contacted me saying that I had won the facials, we went ahead and set up an appointment. When she came to my house, she set up all of her things and then she had everyone there fill out a short survey about their skin type and the types of problems they had with their skin. Then she decided what type of facial we would all be receiving, and we pretty much all got a different one. Because I had won the raffle, she told me that I would get to keep all of the skincare products she used on me and pick out 3 free makeup products. Everything went well until the next morning. When I woke up, my face was extremely dry and I noticed my skin starting to look a little flaky. I tried to keep moisturizer on my face as much as possible, but over the next week, it just kept getting worse. I contacted the lady and she assured me that she had never seen anything like that happen and it must have been a reaction to something else, but it certainly wasn't her products. However, my skin continued to peel and what started as just a small patch around my nose was now over my entire face. I ended up actually having to go to the doctor's office and they told me that I was 100% allergic to whatever is in that facial.
She almost lost her eye because of me. Story time. So in college, I used to have the worst roommate because she would always take my stuff without my permission and then not return it. And I would always tell her like, hey, I don't care if you use my stuff, but at least ask me so I know, you know? She didn't care though. She continued to use my stuff anyway. Now, one of the things she constantly took from me were my eye drops, which was super annoying because in college my eyes were constantly dry from like staying up late and doing homework and things like that. So I told her like, when you use my eye drops, please put them back because I need them. But of course she did not listen to me and continued to take them without putting them back. So I did what anybody would do. I dumped out all my eye drops and replaced it with super glue. But I did tell her like, hey, this is not eye drops, this is super glue, so don't use it. And she didn't believe me and used it anyway. But don't worry, she didn't lose her eye. It was just shut for a couple days.
4th grade, I moved to a new school. And it's a pretty nice school. I'm friends with some people, whatever. Well, we have a substitute coming on a Friday. And on Fridays, everybody gets popcorn at our school. So we're all in class eating our popcorn when the substitute comes up to this girl we'll call Taylor. So the substitute kind of just stands over her and watches her eat her popcorn. And then she goes, you shouldn't eat that, you're a pig. And dude, she started crying. So she gets up to the front of the classroom and she's like talking about how much we should be eating, practically body shaming a bunch of 4th graders. And she keeps going up to this girl, Taylor, and just freaking like calling her a pig, calling her nasty, like literally coming for her. And then I think she dropped some on the floor and like, dude, the teacher went off on her. Eventually she got so mad, she grabbed a desk and flipped it over. So Taylor was obviously crying for the rest of the day because this teacher was literally body shaming her. So the following Monday when the teacher comes back, we all tell her what happened. And that sub got fired like that.
Tell me
you went to a really toxic high school without telling me you went to a really toxic high school?
So I went to the bathroom in the middle of physics class. I go in and I see this girl and she's really not doing well. She looks nauseous. I say, "Are you okay?" She says, "No, I'm fine. I'm just gonna like chill in here for a while." I said, "Okay." So I left and then I thought about her and I was like, "Oh my God, I need to go back there." So I go back and I see all these girls from my high school pointing and laughing at her, and she's frothing at the mouth, literally having an OD reaction to something. I pick this girl up, I carry her to the nurse's office, and I'm like, "Nurse, what do I do? Like, do we call 911? Like, I had no idea. I was in shock. And the nurse was like, "Yasmin, don't waste your time on people that aren't worth it."
I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood, so I have a ton of weird stories like this. But this one is one of the worst! In 5th grade, I was having a sleepover at a friend's house. And her family was like one of those like dog crazy family. Anyway, we're at the dinner table and we, oh my God. When it was time to clear the dinner table, her mom would let the dogs lick the plates clean. And she put them back on the shelf. I'm looking at her like, and she says, "Dog saliva is clean. It's practically as good as soap." And I ate off those plates.
Story time. So I'm gonna tell you guys the most embarrassing story of my life. And it all started at a pizza restaurant. So me and my mom were at this pizza place, right? And I was like, "Hey, I need to go to the bathroom before we leave." So I go to the bathroom, do my business, all that jazz. And then I go to flush the toilet. And the toilet won't flush. So I tried to fix it multiple times and I was like, you know what? A worker will get it. It'll be fine. So then I go to wash my hands and this old lady walks into the restroom, okay? And this restroom only has 2 stalls in it, all right? So she goes to walk into the stall that I was just in and she goes, "Ew, oh my God, did you use that one?" And so I'm just like sitting there in my brain. I'm contemplating on right from wrong, if I'm supposed to lie or tell the lady that I stopped the toilet up. And so I say, "No, I think I used the other one." And I walked out of that bathroom and I felt so bad. Like, I don't even know how to